first thoughts on the response by the former Chief Justice, who had said this remains an affront on the legacy of the former Prime Minister Raila Odinga, and says, see you in court.
You know, if I can remember, there's a writer from South America, I think it's called Garcia Marquez. He wrote a book called 1,000 Years of Solitude. And he said fiction was invented the day that Jonah, you remember in the Bible, in the Quran, we have the story of Jonah, who was taken in by the whale. Yeah. But what did Jonah say to his wife when he came home? You were just talking about my marital status, which is, why are you single? So when Jonah, the Prophet, alayhi salam, walks into his wife's house and says, I was swallowed by a whale for 3 days, and it is the Creator who made all this for me to return. I think that was the day fiction was invented, because I'm sure his wife would never accept this explanation. So I think that the fiction of signing bills in State House has actually morphed into something called a legal fiat. And my learned friend on the left will explain that in a minute. That this legal fiat is, first of all, the president said that that we should all stop what we're doing and mourn probably the greatest political leader of our generation. And exactly a few hours later, he assembled all his state officers and under the cover of darkness signed perhaps the most draconian bills that this country has ever seen. And I was just speaking to my friend, my longtime friend, who is a very senior lawyer and well learned about these issues. About it, I think that Mr. Ruto, the president, is courting absolute trouble. We are already in even deeper trouble politically after the exit of the former Prime Minister. I think that this country needs to go to the benches. We need to reject these laws, because the last law that he signed nearly brought a revolution. This was the tax bill. Now these are the ones to curb our freedoms under the pretense of pornography, terrorism, and you know, they can use anything with terrorism. With a bill that says that terrorism is so and so, it's very easy for your civil and political rights to be infringed upon. And I think that the legal community now has a special responsibility to educate and debate these bills, because we have seen that the parliament has done another flip-flop. By the entire parliament, this parliament is going to join the government in toto, because none of them are going to return. So they're going to try and make returns in the next 2 years through corruption, and they're going to pass these egregious bills, and we ought not to accept it at all.
Okay.